can't believe we're back. I have to quit being just like drunk off the beauty of the place. I don't know. I never know. I feel like that's all I say in these videos is I don't know.
Just in case I get my workout in today. You're gonna have to cut this.
Bigfoot wouldn't leave anything this obvious, but if there's any like really hardcore Bigfoot people out here, give me a holler and I'll come back and I'll pick you up some of this so you can take it in and get it sampled.
Pull in the back, pull in the back, pull in the back. Legal.
It's exciting, man. I'm pumped. Got in last night about 7:30 to this camp spot. Kind of got things set up. I feel like we're a little more discombobulated. I had to wait in Denver for 4 or 5 hours yesterday on a package to arrive. If you want to see the whole of that story of what happened, go check out the Instagram highlight story. Saw an absolute tanker of a mule deer last night. I don't think I want to show you guys that. We had a little mule deer buck walk right through camp this morning, like right as I got out of the truck to start getting stuff ready. It was just breaking day, and here he just plops right along through here. I am currently about 8-9 hours ahead of Billiam, trying to do a little bit of scouting, see what I can find. It's hard for me to want to do anything other than just stare. It's just so pretty. Elk hunting, baby. Heck, I could be anything hunting in here and I'd be happy. It's crazy. It's so pretty.
I've made it to the bottom of the mountain. I mean, look at that beautiful Jeep and land. I guess I'll start going up before it gets too dark. Go find Goose. See you soon, buddy. And off in the distance, who shall I see? Guess we'll find out if I'm in the right spot.
It's hunt day 1. We wanted to explore the area that we saw the bull in last year, so after a morning of glassing the same meadow, we hike around looking for sign.
This is 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm not going to bugle. No.
Now, even though all the sign we find is pretty old, it was a good day of getting our feet under us and getting us ready for the rest of the week.
Morning of day 2. It's Saturday, which means both the elk muzzleloader season and the deer muzzleloader season came in. So we're trying to get away from everything, so it's just gonna hike the whole basin, trying to get away from everybody. What's wrong? I hope that's on camera. Getting that morning light. We're starting to be able to see some of the stuff we were glassing yesterday. We can see back almost close to our camp. And if we look over there, and there is one right over there, after all we did yesterday and after everything we're doing today, I'm gonna be so ticked off. We're getting somewhere. Some fresh rubs down there, and then a lot of droppings as I make loud noises with my bugle tube. Dang it, I'm so bad at this. It's not the freshest Hopefully it just keeps getting better and better as we move forward. That's one of the things we've been looking for, is to figure out a way to look down into this next basin. I think we found it, so.
We finish walking out the ridge and are excited to get back to our lookout spot to listen and glass into the next valley for the evening. Our setup is perfect because we can still get to the timbered ridge behind us if we hear something. And that's a good thing, because we hear some branches break behind us, so we run up the hill to see what's going on.
This is the greatest and worst thing ever, because he's in an awful spot. Yeah. It sounded like that one was over here. Was it? I don't know. It sounded to me that way. There's no way in the world we get over there. I feel like it's coming from over there. Stand up. We're getting closer. We're dialing it in.
Well, after just a brief bit of hope last night, we came back in here early this morning hoping that they would be sounding off or they'd still be feeding. It didn't happen. So instead of just kind of sitting around and hoping that things turn on, we're going to try and be a little bit more proactive and try and go find somewhere where it's going on.
Hunting wise and personally wise, like this is one of the things that the entire year revolves around. You know, it kind of sucks that it goes this way sometimes. Yeah, there's a lot of negative thoughts rolling around, but we're not gonna hunt any less hard. We're not gonna go any less farther. Just free flowing my thoughts here before I go to sleep. Good night.
We took a bit of a mental health morning this morning, getting a bunch of bad news from other people that we've talked about. There's a ton of hunters on the other side of this mountain. So we made the call to go to the side of the mountain that it didn't seem like as many people were on. We're going to make one big loop on this mountain, and if we don't find stuff, we're going to go somewhere else. I don't know, we've even talked about the fact the moon has been so bright the entire time we've been here, so we're pretty sure that everything they're doing at night. So hopefully we can get one stirred up midday as he's getting a little restless, going around checking cows again. Let's mosey our way up.
I like you walking out of frame when we're done filming because it gives you an editing point. Editing points. Important.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that this week would be this quiet.
Well, now that I've said that, you know what's going to happen next.
Bull. Bull in the back, bull in the back, bull in the back. Bull in. Legal bull.
I mean, they saw us. That's why they stood up and ran. I think they were betting right there. Hey.
We leave the group we bumped to let them settle down and try them again tomorrow.
Sunshiny and rainy.
And and we continue working our way up the mountain.
It's still raining with the sun out. Yeah. We've got something bugling back here. It's 90% a dude. We're just gonna sit here and see if the bugles get closer, or if at some point it bugles to the point where it sounds real. Maybe we'll take it seriously. Oh, there was a branch break though. We should probably at least take it semi-seriously. That was from there now.
We try and play the game, but bull or dude, we never catch up to what was bugling. So we hike back to camp with a little bit more positivity for the rest of our trip. The next morning, we just reverse our plan from the day before. That way we hunt our way down the mountain instead of up. It's a solid plan, but Will's not completely on board.
Hiked up way up on top of this ridge this morning. Just looking down, and I was actually doing a little bit of a behind the scenes piece about how Will's had it with me. Will's about at his wit's end with me. And then today I've made him climb probably the highest we've been. It keeps taking fewer and fewer days every year for him to get sick of me. But right as I was doing that, we heard something down here. And so now we've kind of been bugling back and forth with a bull.
You know, it's not that I've had it with him. It's just been a lot of hiking. For those of you that don't know or understand, like, hunting in the backcountry like this is hard. You don't get good sleep. You're hiking all day. It's cold. My inReach, I think, broke. He's way out there. He's getting him to call back, so he's calling me over.
So he's down somewhere in here. I don't want to give up all this ground, so I want to stay high in this willow. But he hit me with a challenge bugle. He was annoyed that I was ruining whatever song and dance he had going on. Like I said, I've never had to do a challenge bugle with the pressure on, so I might have ruined it. Let's go grab our bags real quick. Just don't want us to be like, oh, we're just gonna go to this next rise, and then we gotta go a little further, and then we gotta go a little further, and then next thing you know, we're a mile away from our packs. So let's go get those real quick.
As we go after this bull, the rising sun and temperature make the bull's desire to respond dwindle.
Dang it, did we miss our shot? That last one he did sounded like he's like, I don't got time for this.
And I'm sure my C- calling didn't really help.
Yeah, he hit that challenge bugle. He was ready to fight, and I just crumpled under the pressure. And then right there, that last bugle, trying to strike him up one last time, just sounded awful. You can do it in your living room all day long, and you practice and you practice, and you get to the point where you think you got it, and you can do it every time. When you don't get enough chances to do it with the pressure on, man, it's a whole different ballgame. And I blew it. I don't know. I never know. I feel like that's all I say in these videos is I don't know.
We decide it's best to stay with our original plan of looking for the herd that we found yesterday further down the mountain. And if that doesn't work, being back up here much earlier the next morning.
Goose doesn't know it, but I think I just took a photo of my lifetime. There's the supermoon. Look, I should just show you, right?
As we get back to where we heard the bull the previous morning, it's almost like he knows and he greets us right away. But we think there's someone already going after him.
We were behind some guys on the trail, and they kind of went up and down into the ridge, kind of what we wanted to do this morning. Probably because they heard the same bull that we did yesterday out here. And they are very close to one another right now, so I feel like I'm calling play by play, because you can hear the hunters go, and then you hear the bull go, and then you hear the hunters go, and then you hear the bull go. So we should hear bang here in a second. Either that, or he's gonna bump him, and he's gonna run right to us. It got quiet. Yeah, he might be close. Either that, or he's shot. But I would expect to hear a woo woo or something. I don't know if the wind switched, but the game sounds like it's over. And I don't know who won. It's exciting. This is Sports Center. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Let's see how that works out for him, Cotton. It's a bold move. Yeah, he will not be able to see like that, Cotton.
We let everything die down and then head up above where the bull was bugling in the morning. Turns out the people ahead of us that we thought were on the bull had actually gone the opposite way. So we camp out for the midday and wait on the evening to come and hopefully get him stirred back up. We even try to make friends. As the shadows lengthen, Will decides he wants to use the falling light of our last day to take some photos. So he leaves me, and I'm left alone for the last of what has been an incredibly challenging hunt.
I'm going to sit down in this thicket to see if I can find that one bugling this morning. So here's the last stand. Last hour. Been sitting in this wind all day. I'm starting to shiver. Come on.
Look, at this point, it's a given, right? Last hour of the last day. That's always when things get good. If you aren't used to the look of a first-person shooter game, I apologize, but popping my phone in my bino harness was the only way to capture what was happening. I run down into the brush to cut this bull off. I'm now surrounded by bugling bulls, but I know I have to stay focused on the one in front of me. I feel like this bull is coming, and I'm truly starting to come unglued. I finally see tines coming over the ridge. Buck fever is taking over. While this brush is giving me some cover, it's also making it hard to get an accurate range. I finally get to a point where I feel like I have a break in the brush, and I draw. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was so jacked up in this moment, I don't even think I aimed. I was completely overwhelmed by the moment. I wasn't expecting to call in a truly great bull. My arrow flew at least 3 feet in front of him. But because I missed so bad, he wasn't that spooked. So I tried to get back on him. I eventually run him down, but I also run out of cover. He's 73 yards away, and I can't get any closer. And I just don't feel comfortable shooting that far. Hey, remember that other bull that was bugling behind me? Well, with about 30 minutes of legal light left, let's go after him. Now that I found him, I just have to close the distance. All this bull has to do is work past this tree that is right in front of me, and I'll have a clear shot. It really is like they just know. He never comes out from behind the tree and somehow sneaks away. And so does the rest of my light, ending my hunt and the entire trip.
Goose asked me to do a little testimonial here at the end of the hunt. I don't even know where to start. 6 days is a lot. I think for me especially with filming, hiking. I mean, we just did the math sitting here on our last day, and I think we're gonna end up totaling about 50 miles of hiking from 10,000 feet to 12,000 feet today, so it's exhausting. I feel like I'm closer with nature in a way, in the sense like you have to listen to everything, you have to pay attention to your surroundings a lot more. You're up in the morning, you're moving with the land. All that stuff I think is just great. I think the lesson in this hunt is staying positive, especially when you hold this up all year to be a thing and then it doesn't pan out the way you want it to. There was a quote I wanted to say. It's about you say it's about the journey and not the destination. While it sounds cliche and maybe coddling a little bit, but for you, Goose, from Theodore Roosevelt, one of our favorite presidents, you and I talked about this. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even through checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Take that for what it is, buddy. Thanks for bringing me out here, because it sure is beautiful.